Cool. What's going on, everyone? All right, we got my young blood, Mark Zuckerberg here.
What's up, guys?
Damn, bro's got the light on because it's dark in North Carolina now.
Is it too light? Hold on, let's try that.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, we got G-Body Benz in the cut too.
What up, Garrett? How are we doing, everybody? Money Monday 13, if we said 12 last week. We're just declaring
We
it.
just guess every week.
Yeah, something like that.
Good to see everybody.
The week number in the title.
Someone actually needs to go fact check that, by the way, too. Where's Pickle Rick when you need him?
That's true. What up, Ruben? What up, Flippin'? Mia?
Oh, Pickle Rick's in the cut. He's definitely about to go do that.
Yeah. These guys are scammers and all trying to sell you courses. They don't know anything about higher.
Reading the comment from 3 hours ago from some dude who was
Somebody said
commenting
that.
on a live.
That's a good penguin profile picture. That tells you all.
If I could hire people in the Philippines to do literally everything we do and we knew nothing, that would be epic.
Right?
Find me those VAs, please.
Yeah. What's up, Christina? Hi, I'm new here. Cool. Well, you're in the right place. Any questions you got, please feel free to let us know. We'd love to help.
Miles, that sweater looks incredibly comfy.
Yeah, it's just a big body. The neck is huge. Well, B Flips. So I traded B Flips, the Van Man, the eggshell powder toothpaste. He was supposed to take one for the hoodie, and he took three. So, not much I could do about that, unfortunately, because he was staying at the crib by himself. So, I was a really open target.
How long was he there for, Miles? Was he there for a week?
4 nights, yeah. And I was only here for one of the nights, yeah.
Nice.
To pump FBM like Miles did in December, do I need to find mad leads every day? Ironically, no. For almost all of you guys, if your goal is like 75 to 100K in December, you need shockingly less ASINs than you think.
Like 5, 10 max.
No, well, I mean, in terms of core, for 50 to 80% of your results are going to be those main ones, right? Then you're obviously going to have other ASINs just naturally. You're going to be planning stuff naturally. But the core results are going to come from a couple main ASINs you hammer to the moon.
That's a good question. MX Plum versus Blue Business Plus. So now, currently in November 13th, Plum. Because for the next 90 days, you can make a lot of money by FBM. And that MX Plum is going to be super, super beneficial to do so.
Facts. And this dude's Jack, too. He's a plum.
Oh, plum type of guy.
You'd be able to pick up a couple extra poly bags full of merch, right?
And just by the look on the physique, too, you'll probably have disproportionately high FBM buy box share, too.
That's how it works.
Just speaking conceptually.
Corey, where are you located in Charlotte? That's probably.
They want your direct address.
That's probably confidential information.
Corey, can we get your address, your social, and your phone number?
I'll throw it in the chat there real quick.
Okay.
No, but I saw that question, and I'm in South End Charlotte, so South Charlotte.
It's more than I would give.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people around here.
Yeah. Could have a tough time finding him.
It's a good investment starting point. Anything you got, if you got $500, it's just going to be a different approach, right? If you got a few $100, it's selling used stuff, hustling, turning your time into more money. If you got $50,000, it's figuring out how to turn your money into more money, buying time, other people's time, that kind of stuff.
Good investment starting point: $20 for SellerAmp, $20 for Keepa, $40 a month for your Amazon seller account. Watch a bunch of our free content, and then take like 1 to 3K for inventory. I mean, ideally, the more inventory, the better. But
yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. So determining multi-variation listing is selling the quickest. Do you base it solely off review counts? No. So the best indicator is going to be whichever is the most common one, which is typically going to be based on color. If we're talking like shoes, color and size, but mainly color is going to be the big differentiating factor. Each variation is going to have its own Keepa chart as well, and that's going to be the best indicator of velocity.
I feel like usually the top left color is usually the fastest mover as well.
I guess it is, yeah. They must sort by that internally.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like an actual fact, but it just seems that way.
I've never connected the dots like that. Like it just is there. You're just gonna have to keep a chart anyway.
Yeah, conversion.
That's something that some like super smart guy at Amazon was like put a lot of research in. Like, where should we put this?
Even like full-time sellers don't care. Like that would make sense though, because they want that to be the one people pick, like the fastest.
When should I start sending FBA again? When your FBM inventory stops selling at breakneck pace.
Yeah. So like you've got like a week to send stuff to FBA still. If you got anything at the house, like you'd be able to command a little higher prices still if you just get it in. But after that, like it's all FBM, probably till like no January, honestly.
Well, and the thing people need to keep in mind too is it's not like stuff just stops selling right after Christmas, right? I mean, most products, in fact, pretty much all products are going to continue to sell really well through the end of December and then through January too, because you got to think about all the people that are getting Amazon gift cards for Christmas. They're going to be spending those usually in January. So I know
Right
for us,
away.
and I think you guys said a similar thing about your businesses, but January is always a really good month for us too, like right after Q4.
Well, it depends how much you
second or
Chad
third
scale.
best month.
Chad scale FBM. Warner, is
Yeah,
that
my first Q4 was like 160 December and then like 35 January. It's just everything's gone at the highest prices possible.
That's the way you should do it, though. Because you're the other choice is totally not taking advantage as good as you should have December. Warner, is that Eddie Bauer?
I think so. Yeah, it was like Kohl's clearance or something, bro. Like,
Oh,
it was like $20 to be honest.
Yeah, dude,
It looks
that's
comfy.
that's
It
such
is.
good branding because you could see that like the cursive writing that's planted and
you
like
know, you can't read it. You just know that the curse, like they've got it unlocked.
all my real ones know the Eddie Bauer outlet that's right across from the Nike outlet in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. All my real ones know.
I think people who live in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, probably know that. But
Eddie Bauer's the big body one, right? The massive one.
No, it's small. I mean, it's decently. It's not.
it's big.
Yeah. How did Corey Chad land a bunch of wholesale deals? Yeah, Corey, how did you Chad land a bunch of whosale deals? Explain to me. That's a good hook for a video too.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, just cold calling a lot of brands. We started reaching out directly to the brand. So it was anywhere from 20 plus new brands I was contacting per day. And that's in addition to the follow-ups too, right? So there's some days when you're reaching out to 30, 40, 50 companies and a lot of those follow-ups pile up. So some of those brands from the early days we still work with, really only one or two of them. Recently, our best relationships have come either from trade shows like ASD or some of the brands that we work with. They just came about as referrals from people in my network. So people that just know what I do and refer me to the brand owner. And then the distributors that we're working with, some of them we've been working with for 3 or more years, right? So when we initially pivoted to starting working with more distributors, some of those distributors we just still work with. We've worked with for a long time.
And so for the person that's intimidated, scared to pick up the phone and call a company, what's the first liner? What's the answer? What's your go-to? What's their go-to first line?
Yeah, so I mean, really, all you're trying to do, and it's going to differ if you're calling a distributor, if you're calling the brand directly. But if you're just calling up a distributor, you got to keep in mind that you're the one with the money, right? You're the customer. So in reality, you have the leverage, not necessarily the supplier. So you're calling them up, and you want to act like you're vetting them. So you're saying, hey, I'm interested in possibly purchasing from you guys. I have a couple of brands in mind that I want to buy, right? Because you've done some research in advance. Wanted to see if I could speak with someone in sales and we could have a conversation about these products that I'm looking to purchase. Because when you say it like that, you're almost telling them like, hey, I'm trying to vet you guys out as opposed to you guys trying to vet me out because I know what I want. And there's a lot of suppliers out there that can get it for me. So why should you be the one that I buy from? Right. So you kind of want to flip the script on them.
You got to clip that. And what's the value of actually having a specific ASIN or product or SKU number that you're looking for?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's multiple benefits there. So when you know what you want, when you have a list of products that you already identified and you're taking that list to your supplier, you have so much more credibility because you're telling them, hey, I'm interested in this specific product from the specific brand. And if you've done your research down to knowing even how many units you would want to buy, assuming you got a good price, then that supplier knows, okay, well, this guy knows exactly what he wants. He knows it down to the quantity that he's ready to buy. So your supplier's already doing like math in their head, thinking like, how much commission am I going to make from this guy? Because he's ready to move forward. So that's one of the big benefits is it shows them, hey, you're serious. And this is somebody I should, really take seriously.
Garrett, check this out. Look at what Lance did to the video for today. Pete, see how he put me, you, and there? That makes it like really fire.
Oh, wait, that's sick.
Yeah, hour and 53 minutes. Fuck, we might not have beat Chris, actually. Let me check that. Fuck.
No, he was at 157.
Fuck. Okay, so we got to run it back then. Black Friday, we'll definitely run that back.
If I comment on my thing, does it show up to your people? Well, so Jules, I don't know if you could see it, but I commented.
I don't think it does. I thought you said it doesn't.
I can't. Its links definitely don't work.
Jules, can you see my comment? That'll be the
Oh my gosh, CBH, you have
18
an incredibly good
Insane.
personality for it to have taken that long. I'm very proud of you, CBH. Hit the email. I got you on some Nike leads, family. Hit the email. I got you. Like that's one of the best personality guys I've ever seen it take that long. To be honest, that's why. Fuck, that sucks. CBH.
The universe usually decides that the heavy commenters are ready a little sooner.
No, I mean it's a fact. Like the
Yeah.
people who post videos on the internet, the people that have good banter, right? They put out good energy, right? They get ungates easier, they make friends easier, they find leads easier, right? It's just a fact. I don't know why.
Yeah, so I think that's solidified. Anyway, Jules, it's iHerb and VitaCost, 2 places you can look for vitamins.
When we did online arbitrage, we did a ton of VitaCost. That was my number. I think my number 2 supplier, maybe even my number 1 supplier back in the OA days.
It was
There was
free
a-
money.
there was a
It was
VA
free
in
money
the chat.
4 years ago.
What's that?
Well, because they were always there's always a 20% off sale going at all times on any one category, and yeah, depending on the category, depending on the brand, and also you could stack it with 8-10% cash back sometimes. Yeah, it was really easy.
There was a VA in the chat. If you're looking to find a client, I would be on Twitter, send a cold personalized DM to 50 Amazon sellers, and 1 or 2 of them will probably say yes, or at least
I'd
give
say
you
probably 5 to 10 of them would
Yeah,
say yes.
at
If
least
if
give you
you're
a
Work for all of them. Work for all of them.
if you're a VA sending tailored DMs, because you want to reach out to people that are active, right? So you say, hey, I see you on Twitter talking about product sourcing, right? Seems like something you're spending a lot of time on. I'm a VA, I specialize in that. Maybe that's something I could help you out with, right? And then if you send that type of message to people that are actually talking about sourcing in that example, I mean, you send that to 5 people, you'll land 1 client.
Or even better, if you send a link to a Loom video of you live sourcing.
Oh yeah, you would land a client. You'd probably go 50% success rate at that point.
If they cancel part of the order, it's probably because of stock counts.
Yeah, they wouldn't cancel half the order for anti-reseller.
Yeah, Pete's Flips checking in from Wisconsin.
What do you guys do with all your returns? Just typically let them accumulate in a corner somewhere until it overflows, and then.
If we're being honest, yeah. If we're being completely honest, yeah.
eBay.
So
Mercari is
somebody
the
asked,
answer.
what is the tax situation at the end of the year when it comes to an Amazon business? Does Amazon include all the taxes? So that is definitely a question for a bookkeeper or a CPA. Luckily, Amazon will remit sales tax on your behalf to the states that you sell into. Previously, they didn't do that, and it made it really difficult to account for all of that. But as far as doing your taxes and bookkeeping and reporting, talk to a bookkeeper once you get up and running with that.
Dude,
And
I
we have
remember
really
my
good
first,
recommendations to one too.
I remember my first quarter or whatever year, whatever I had to worry about sales tax. Dude, I was trying to figure that out for days.
Dude, it was
insane.
and nobody had it
years
figured
ago.
out. We just used TaxJar. Did you ever use TaxJar?
Yeah.
That was the main
Got
tool.
to.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
the
no,
only.
I feel at the time no one could tell me that I didn't have to do anything, and so I just assumed.
Well, because
I had to-
Amazon instated it in a lot of states since we started, and depending on your state, you actually did have to do it 5 years ago.
Well, it was even up to I think a year and a half ago, maybe even as long ago as 2 years. Amazon now collects and remits on behalf of all states. They were slowly but surely adding more states. So it's depending on what states you sold a lot into. For example, we had to register with the State Department of Revenue in Missouri, Kansas, and I think Illinois at one point. And so each of those 3 states, we had to file a sales tax return. Some of those states were monthly, some were quarterly. I never remember to do
painful.
it. Paid so many late fees, so many notices. It was a shit show. It was such a shit show.
See, now here we go. This dude literally a week ago, he shows up on the timeline, face out, not hiding, right? Boom, 8,000 views, bang, FBM orders. The spies, some of them are watching this as we speak right now that monitored the buy box algorithm. They were yeah, fuck it, this dude making money. Right?
Get this guy in the buy box.
Yeah, bro, 0-day handling time, shipped out 256 FBM orders today.
Dude, I saw the 220. I was like, that was just painful to see.
Oh.
How long do you think that takes?
It depends how many SKUs it is, but probably 3 hours to sit there.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, not
Yeah,
at all.
but it's minimum $1,000 profit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Minimum.
For sure.
It's more than that.
Bare
but
minimum.
1,500. Yeah, 1,500 for a kid 2 months ago and never sold a product on Amazon.
In a day. Yeah.
That's
what do you-
wild.
you fulfill the orders. Like you don't sell out. Like I was explaining to him certain things that like there are items you are on right now, Aaron, that you are not going to be out of stock on the whole rest of the year. Like I don't care if you have to ship them late occasionally. Like I don't care. Like
Pete said some paper cuts are worth it.
Yeah, facts.
Somebody said they're working on their first shipment, hopefully sending in this week. How long does receiving an FC transfer take now during Q4? So it's going to depend. It's going to vary based on the fulfillment center that you're shipping to. What I would say is I really just wouldn't worry about it. That's not something in your control at this point, especially if it's your first shipment. Just focus on getting it sent out, right? As long as it's not like Christmas inventory that you're sending in, which I doubt you are, then like I said, don't worry about it. Get it in there and get it selling. Somebody said how to ungate. Sorry to cut you off. Somebody said, I just want to touch on this one because I don't think a lot of people know this. Somebody said how to ungate GNC. So you guys correct me if I'm wrong, because I mean, this is more applicable to online arbitrage, but for the longest time, I think it's still the case. GNC is a huge third-party seller on Amazon.
You don't want to sell GNC.
I don't think, I was going to say, I don't, at least back when I did OA, you don't do GNC brand OA, and I think that's still the case.
Yeah.
Are they branded GNC on Amazon? I don't think I've ever seen them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of GNC listings sold by GNC, which is unfortunate because a bunch of it's profitable when they run the right sales.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
them and Vitamin Shop. I think Vitamin Shop also has a huge third-party presence.
Gotcha.
Did you guys notice that the next ASD is like the week of Miami?
Oh, damn, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the week, so go from ASD straight to Miami because ASD is always like Sunday.
I forget which one is which, but one is right before the other.
If we go from Miami straight to ASD, that would, I don't know what would be better.
Okay, it's 10 through 13 ASD is.
Yeah, and I think that
which I don't know if I don't know if I'm spending my birthday at ASD at a trade show, to be honest.
I am.
What's yours, Corey?
Oh, my birthday? No,
yeah.
Not my birthday. I'm just saying, I'm going to be going to ASD.
I thought you were about to say we have like the same birthday or something.
Yeah, so that was the only conclusion from there. Yeah.
Well, a lot of times. So actually, the one in March, I don't remember if it was it was like a week before my birthday this past year. My birthday is
or it makes you land more deals.
So you are a March birthday.
Yeah.
It took us way too long to get to that conclusion.
Wait, so
but end of March, because I think last year I guess this year ASD was late March, I want to say, or maybe it was early March. I don't remember.
So that's actually a big vendor then for a lot of Amazon sellers. The tour we got MSC, ASD.
That is going to be a lot.
G-Body Ben's wedding. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yours is in April, right?
Wait, what are the dates on that, by the way? Bro's calling me, asking me to book the hotel like he's my mom today.
No, I did. No, I didn't bring it up. That was Danny.
Oh, that was Wi-Fi. Okay.
I was trying to tell you. Yeah.
Pickle Rick said, "What's the one in Miami?" So that's Miami Seller Conference, and is it just MiamiSellerConference.com?
Sellers. Yeah, there's multiple sellers. It's not just one seller. There's multiple sellers going.
Yeah, Miles and I did a stream the other day. If you're curious on the Miami stream,
we actually did a pod today too with those boys.
So Trevor said, a supplier I'm trying to work with will not ship to 3PLs. Instead requires I own my own warehouse. Any luck with convincing them to change their mind? So your supplier is stupid, right? They don't know. They're either like, you're either not communicating to them properly or something. Like there's some miscommunication because a 3PL is literally an outsourced warehouse. And if they don't want to ship to a 3PL because maybe they don't think that your business is big enough because you use a 3PL, bottom line, it sounds like they don't really know what's going on. So call them up, explain to them that that 3PL is your warehouse. And if they have a problem with it, then you can't fix stupid.
Take us to Miami, $60 W.
Yeah, you're about to be on the frontier of poverty though, but yeah.
Is wholesale harder than RA and OA? It is harder at the start, but it also depends on your personality. If you're a very people person and you'd rather just build connections and that kind of stuff, then you'll find wholesale a lot easier. If you don't want to pick up the phone and like negotiate and that kind of stuff, then you might find arbitrage easier. Really, like there's no perfect solution. We talk about that all the time. Like go where whatever clicks with your personality.
Yeah, and if you're worried about something being hard, it's definitely not.
Yeah, it's not the right question, especially if you're not already crushing RA OA and you're asking if it's easier. Then like you have no frame of reference. You're just
is working a job for 50 years most likely, and that is insanely hard. That is incredibly hard.
Miles and I interviewed FBA Cynthia FBA last week, and she was like, "Yeah, I just had my VAs call wholesalers in the beginning."
And that shit worked, dude. She done 850K year to date. Like, you had a couple good ones and you squeeze them to the moon.
That's fire.
And subsequently, Cynthia is out there on the internet, so she has a massive surface area of luck.
Somebody said, do you guys currently buy pallets of a SKU from wholesalers only 3 months in and looking into this already? Yeah, so there's some products that we buy from wholesale suppliers where we will buy multiple pallets at a time of that product, assuming the volume's there. So that's pretty much the basis of the model. What's the sales rank on the ticket for the seller contest?
Probably pretty high right now.
Top
It'll get a lot
1K and
lower.
Pretty high right now, but it's about to
It'll get
drop
a lot
off.
lower. Yeah.
It's seasonal. It's going to spike.
Why do I not like setting max price at $9.99? Because it doesn't make sense if you end up being the only seller left, or some case like that. You want it to be a reasonable price. Otherwise, you're not going to make a sale when you could have made a sale at like a super high, awesome price.
And Amazon
Yeah.
can flag you for that.
Yeah.
Setting a max price that's just arbitrarily high is actually a really, like, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. What you want to do when you're setting your max price, this takes a little bit of effort. Some repricers will set your max price for you based on the pricing history. That's going to be the easiest method. But the most accurate method, you would just look at the Keepa graph on that product for the last year and look at the buy box price historically. What is the highest price that buy box has been in the last year without killing the sales rank and without suppressing the buy box?
Yeah.
That's what you want to set your max price to.
That's a good point. Yeah, because if you set it too high, the buy box is going to shut off immediately, and you don't necessarily know if you're going to be able to get this back on.
There's so many listings where we're the only seller on the listing because everybody else sells out, and we could price it, say, $60 and make, sell 1 or 2 a day, but I'd rather price at, say, $45 and sell 10 or 15 a day, right? So you got to consider that as well.
Best software for tracking sales and expenses. So I would go with QuickBooks and SellerBoard. SellerBoard's not going to be a perfect like expense tracking software. It'll do Amazon really well, but I would use QuickBooks as an addition.
If you deny on a packing slip as proof of purchase, what else can you do? Tracking information. Because at that point, you haven't really proved it. You actually like got the product. So your tracking info from your supplier, and also you to Amazon tracking proof.
Yep.
And then-
Just as a blanket statement, you're going to get declined for ungates a couple times, ladies and gents. As you guys know, you are never supposed to look at what they say in the decline email. Just trust Uncle Garrett, right? Cousin Corey, Cousin Miles, right? Brother Warner, right? And just trust us.
What is this family structure again, Miles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Father Bezos. Right?
Yeah, I was like, who's the mom and dad?
Cousin Jimmy.
Lord Bezos. Somebody accidentally applied for the wrong brand, or applied for a brand with the wrong invoice. It doesn't match said brand and still got approved.
print
Is this
them out.
against US? Yeah. So
That's
no,
fine.
don't.
Print them out.
You got lucky.
Print the wealth,
And just
man.
don't worry about
Stop looking for reasons to not make money. Print the wealth, baby. Print the wealth. Let that. You got the good flow.
Take the ungate.
Yeah, print the wealth, brother. Just print the wealth. Like,
Brother Warner runs a church.
That's a low blow. How to manage OA from a new seller's account with 9-to-5 job. I mean, there's tons of people doing it, right? Like if you go through the interviews Miles and I have done, there's a million, not literally a million, but 10, 15 at least 9-to-5ers who are 100K plus sellers. So go listen to what they shared in those videos. But it's also just setting aside time when you can. Like you usually got the mornings quiet. There you go. You got 2 hours to source, that kind of thing. Just set yourself a routine, and bare minimum, you're going to spend an hour here, and then throw in wherever else you can.
yeah, if you got time to be in this stream right now,
Yeah.
you got time to build this up. Like,
Yeah.
Miles, have you heard from Spizak?
about?
Has he beaten the thing yet?
Oh, fuck. Let me ask him about that. I don't know. He's been having pretty good banter, so I assume so.
See, yeah, he seems.
Yeah, dude. So there's an 8v8. Did I tell you about that? Yeah. Corey, the type of dude, did not know about this, but there's.
I don't know
We
about
should each
this.
coach a team. You take one, I'll take
Well,
the
first
other.
of all, I'm coaching 75% of the guys in the challenge.
No,
Regardless.
I know.
But there's an 8v8 members of the Amazon Tau Omega fraternity at Westchester University against 0-day handling time and the boys. 2 squads of guys, the majority of which are students of Warner and myself and mine. And they're doing an 8v8. It's the FBM Cup. And you're going to be able to place bets. They're seeding. Actually,
This is insane.
on who's get like it's gonna end up being like $1 million versus like it's gonna be like 1.2 million versus like 1.65 million or something. It's gonna be the total. But it's 8-on-8. their seeding. And then if Pete does it right, there's going to be a Twitter account that tweets like #1 overall seed Aaron.
Like live tweeting.
Puts up 5.6K. And the funniest part was he made a type form for him and he texts like this morning. He's like, all right, there's been 4 submissions and all of them were incorrect. Good job.
That's so funny.
The goat right there. Yeah, so
We were in Patty's dream last night. Patty, you've been watching way too much YouTube, my friend.
Somebody asked earlier, oh, where'd it go? Oh, do one of you have videos on how to carry yourself and correspond with distributors? So I have a couple of videos. I think I have one or maybe a couple like cold calls that I did with distributors. They're early on. So there's some of my earliest videos. And I have 1 or 2 about like what to say and like scripts to use and whatnot as well.
That first one was really good. You were bantering with the lady. I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Watched my RA video. Seems like it's been OA in the past few months. Is RA dead? I mean, people have been asking those questions for 5 years, right? Like, it's the same things that people have been doing 5 years ago might be not as effective, but it's always just about finding new ways to do it. And RA is still very much alive because people don't want to put on the sweat equity.
Yeah. RA, yeah, like that. Well, everything's easier because you get better too. Like,
yeah.
Where do you hire VAs from? Onlinejobs.ph. Starting bet. Yeah, well, it's tough, right? Because you got certain stallions. Like, and the rankings are changing actually because the 0-day boys, like 3 of them put up like 4K yesterday. And considering they were all beginners 60 days ago, like that's some stallions. Like if you're selling 100 FBM orders a day right now, minimum you should have some 300 to 500 sale days if your Amex is going to give you the endurance to stay in stock, which is low key what's going to be the deciding factor in the race because like the items
who is the best credit.
Exactly, right? But
yeah, who has the most leverage?
Sure.
Basically.
So there's a couple of like 30-year-olds on the 0-day squad, and everyone on the ATO squad is under 22. So that's an issue.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
So somebody asked any budgeting tips. So I'd say read the book Profit First. And there's a variation on the book. I think it's Profit First for e-commerce sellers. Read one or the other. That financial system is what we have set up. And we started at the beginning of this year and we've taken home a lot more money since implementing it. So I'd recommend that.
Yeah, and some of them might have like parents that are going to be giving out loans and stuff. There's so many arbitrary factors that are... Also in the chat, put it left or right for which side of SellerAmp you're loyal to.
It's been taking over Twitter the last day or two.
I did see that, yeah.
Because I put out a poll and then, it was in response to someone else.
Yeah, who was also responding. Like, I've seen like 10 people posting about like left or right.
No, Angel, 0-day, do 0-day. Like you've been saying sourcing's been hard. Like, dude, 0-day, I'll change your life. Damn, a bunch of y'all rocking with the left side.
Somebody said, I have an FBM. With FBM, I have a liquid I want to sell. It's selling very well. How can I prep it so it doesn't spill? So I'd say probably just a big enough poly bag, right? Would you guys say so? Like there are poly bags that, like a bubble bag's not necessary. Assuming it's not glass, then just a poly bag will do.
Well, there's something that they can put on like the top of it that's like anti-spill or whatever, like some sort of lid or cap or something. I don't know.
Is it like a packaging type? You buy it?
They sell it on Amazon. I don't know. I've seen it, but it's something you put over like a lid to make sure it doesn't spill or break or anything.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never. I think a lot of that's just too much work. There's so much lower barrier entry, lower.
But that could be why it's so profitable because nobody wants to go through the headache to prep it.
Facts.
There we go.
There is a weird amount of lefts. I feel like last time I did this, like a month or two ago, it was all right.
Well, Nick Spizak a couple days ago started the lefty movement. he's just like lapping. He's just smarter than everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, Casey said, good point. He said, a cheap workaround is just tape around the lid. Some people might complain, but yeah, most people are probably fine with that. That's a good tip there.
Casey Woodward body, my boy. Yes, sir, ski. Bro posing for the senior pictures right there.
Why is it a listing? Shows a huge drop off in offers on Keepa, but SellerAmp doesn't. It's the same chart, so it would be the same data.
You're probably looking at a different time frame by accident.
Yeah.
I have it on the right. I have the amp on the right.
Oh, it doesn't show an IP alert. Oh, I mean, it does. Just because there's a drop off in sellers doesn't mean it's always an IP.
My vote is still C pop out window option. That's a hot take.
Yeah, it just takes a minute. Coaching program is still open for the time being. I mean, it's going to be open well into the new year. I'm saying like, I would be surprised if I was running it a year from now. But like, if you're going to do it now, it's the perfect time to do it because I can put you on to Black Friday sales like crazy. About 500 locked in. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Nice.
I'm talking
500
about.
sales a day. That's solid.
Let's wealth. Replenish and horizontally scale.
Yeah, Ruben's asking the important question. Are you guys left or right? It's got to be right. I'm sticking with it.
I'd say right as well. Yeah.
You know, here's the thing though. You're going to the gym too often, Finney. You're not hitting jump shots. So it just kind of just comes down to how tall you are.
Yeah, he looks tall.
He does look tall, Moss.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing. It is. He better be working out in jean shorts there too.
He looks like a tight end.
Why does Keep a Show dropping reviews on a variation? Amazon took them away for whatever reason, but honestly, don't look that closely. NHL, like you don't need to be looking that closely.
Yeah, just look at the velocity before and after the drop. Like it's probably gonna be the same.
Facts.
November and December sales goal. You're shooting for 250, 300K. You're crushing, man.
I'll be around.
Keep it up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
400K would be awesome. Ideally, just like 300, somewhere around there.
Oh shit! My prep center sent out a shitload of stuff today, like 400.
They should be. It's crunch time right now.
Well, dude, shit was so lit. Well, I'm on the East Coast. I shipped to PA, so like, dude, you can ship into PA in December and be fine.
That's funny.
Like at least from my experience. Like I was sending FBA shipments December 5th last year and just printing. First of all, dude, Elijah out of nowhere. I see the tag last night. I think he did like 10K in a week. Like that's 6-figure profit run rate. And he was on video too, which means his buy box share is about to go up 5 to 10% as well.
So good question. I think we got this last week. Jules said, what would we consider to be our best videos? I'll start. I definitely think it's my PPC or my auto PPC campaign one, where it's like less than 4 minutes. I show you how to set up that catch-all PPC campaign, which in our business, we set it up September of 2020. Every month since then, so for over 3 years, it has increased our monthly sales by 10%, and we never, ever have to do anything to touch it. Just add new products to it. What about you guys? What's your best videos?
The one I dropped today is fire, especially if you're a newer seller. It's IRL, driving around town, that kind of stuff. Or like the 0 to 10K video if you just want to.
Oh, is it like just like following you around sourcing basesically?
Yeah, we did some retail
nice.
arbitrage, some thrift stores, some OA, kind of like comparing. It was fun.
Nice, that's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Wait, put it in the chat.
I'll link it. I won't be able to link it to you guys too. I was wondering, I tried every Amazon hustle. Yeah. Nice, cool. Okay, my favorite is the one so the video you and I did yesterday, Garrett. It's a live stream right now. It's going to be uploaded in a video in like an hour.
Yeah, I was looking for it today. I didn't see it.
2 hours of sourcing. Yeah, it's fucking fire. Like there's no way you don't watch that whole thing and have a substantially better idea of how to do this. That, and then I'm dropping a free course tomorrow, which will be fire as well. Those are probably like the 2 videos I'm most proud of that I've made.
Somebody said that catch-all video should be behind a paywall. It's so worth it. Thank you.
Is that your number 1 video? Has to be up there.
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's such a niche topic.
It's so niche.
It's so it's super niche.
But now here's the thing, right? There's videos that are top of funnel. There's videos that are middle of funnel. That's a middle of funnel video that adds a lot of value to the person who's already selling on Amazon.
Yep.
Yeah. I know I personally probably sent realistically 75 people to go watch that video.
I told a bunch.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you even like shouted it out just like in a standalone tweet a few times. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like it's a flip the switch, right? Instantly, you'll be more profitable.
Well, it's one of those things too where I'm like, how the hell has nobody made a video on this? Like, this is like free subscribers. It took literally 3 minutes and 59 seconds to record, and I'm like, easy.
The course was too cheap too. Absolutely, that's the idea. It's a no-brainer.
That's a good tip too, guys, right? Pete brings up price match. You can price match at a ton of retailers with some stream exclusive sauce.
Yes.
That'll be incredibly helpful. If you're finding like a small site and you can't get a lot off of it or you don't really trust them, just try the Chad price match, Shields, Kohl's, Dick's Academy, right? Walmart probably has it too, right? And print the well.
Who is recording this one?
Grant.
Girlfriend, probably.
No,
I was talking to Corey.
we had the boys in town.
I thought we were talking like a Corey video from like 6 months ago. That the PPC one.
No, I was just watching the preview of Warner's video.
Oh, that's when Grant flew out to you and
Yeah.
and shot it. Yeah, nice.
Shot
Wait,
some
click
videos.
it and play it through on silent. Give him the watch time.
Yeah, Garrett's
What are we doing? Yeah.
destroying
Just let it
my
sit there, yeah.
retention.
Come on. Yeah.
What, this is it's a law. As soon as you
Yeah,
click on any of the boys'
I'm not
videos, you
gonna
have to
follow
watch the
it.
entire thing.
Yeah.
You committed to it.
You're acting like I didn't have this playing the entire time because I'm the boy. Look, didn't even click anything right there. Boom. It's just sitting there right there. Like you're acting like
You must watch the entire video.
You're acting like
the
I'm
2
not-
hour. If I click at Miles' 2 hour video on accident tomorrow, I'm stuck. I'm stuck there for 2 hours.
Well,
I can't mess with his retention.
so somebody asked best category for selling for newbies. So really any category, right? I always recommend start with what you know. If you're doing retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, let's say you're super into cars for some reason, then go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, go to places like that and look for products that you already have knowledge of, because it's going to be easier for you to spot a good deal.
Yeah, I would say shoes and apparel. There's just so many different variations that are profitable. You'll be able to diversify and really scale your catalog pretty quick, right? One size leads to 2 or 3 other sizes, leads to another color, leads to another style. I don't think there's really any other category that's built like that in terms of variations that'll be able to lead you to from 5 ASINs to 15 to 40.
Miles, did you just hit 60K on Twitter?
I did. I never even announced it, but yeah,
Nice. Congrats.
appreciate it, family.
Big.
What about Amazon fees? What about shipping? What about the time you spend packaging the products? Commutes 45 minutes both ways to a job he hates.
Yeah, what about the next 40 years?
Yeah. Talking about I don't have it. If you don't have kids and you're not in 0-day handling time, like you don't actually want it. Like, let's be real. The bro said, "Where the fuck do I buy packaging items?"
That is an acceptable way to ask about that.
Go to howtofm.com. I have like a full walkthrough on that. It's free.
Oh, Corey, you're pulling up on 10K pretty quick here.
Well, what are you at?
Yeah.
I'm just under 9.
Ooh, whoa. So that means you're a keep a thread and a beginner thread that pops away from 10K.
Yep.
Yeah, the last Keep It thread I put out, I gained like 230 followers in 2 days.
So why haven't you posted another one?
I've posted a couple other ones. I do them every day.
I'm doing a keep it one tomorrow too.
You have to be in 0-day handling time on the weekends. Yes, that is such a good point. Yes. Such a good point. Especially for the weekends, make sure to be in 0-day handling time because you get to benefit essentially like it's 2-day handling time, and you get to make more wealth, acquire more. Like you got to be getting out in the sun. So you got to be reading, getting out in the sun, deleting TikTok, deleting Snapchat, and existing on the internet. These are all proven scientific ways to increase your FBM buy box share.
And go for a run.
Did you say daily runs? Gary, did you say that links do show up to everybody's audience here in the chat?
I don't think so. I don't think Jules was able to see my comment.
Jules hit 100 followers on the timeline already.
Hey.
That's wealthy.
How many people in the Discord? Let me see how many in the Discord.
She's got 3 kids and does 0-day.
Yeah, like
I mean, you just want it.
That's
you just want it. Like,
do y'all ship on Saturdays? I mean, if you feel like it, you don't need to though.
if you're gonna end up with like 500 on Monday, it probably isn't a bad idea. But
yeah, otherwise,
another couple of weeks, they probably will be.
Oh my gosh, those of you guys who are art like it, I wasn't getting FBM sales like that a year ago, and like, you know, I'm blessed with the FBM buy box share. Not gonna lie, it's killing me, dude. Think of the decades of your life that you get to save.
Scott had a really good point here. So he said, understanding the variations and how to read the keep it data about them gives a competitive advantage over other online arbitrage and retail arbitrage sellers. Yeah, 100%. Because think about how many sellers, they scan a product or they find a product and they just look at that main variation or the variation of whatever they scan, right? And either they just analyze that one or they avoid the listing entirely because it's a variation listing. Like I know when I started, I would avoid variation listings altogether because I made a couple of bad buys on the variations that weren't selling. So it kind of spooked me, right? So I'm like, oh, like, I don't know if because at the time I didn't know how to tell which one was good and which one wasn't. So I just avoided it altogether. So you've got, you're going to eliminate a lot of competition that way. And you're going to eliminate some people that don't even touch those items to begin with.
Casey's got life figured out. He's got the steak and he's got the boys on. That's all you need.
I saw that take.
Wow. Wait.
Yeah, look at Casey's tweet.
He's got the steak in one hand and he's got the boys in the other.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah, that is the
Josh
move.
posted that too. Thank you, Josh.
How many products can I send away? I mean, you could send one if you want, but like asking like what's the least I can do is like
It's never
usually not the
a path
question
to
you want to be
success,
doing.
yeah.
Like,
Oh no. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. Like, I'll be completely honest with you. It's not going to work if you're treating it like that. Like, just like this.
So what you need to do is buy like 10 units of all the products that you're finding profitably. You're gonna send it in. You're gonna be like, oh wait, this is selling way faster. It's Q4, and then you're gonna buy 100
the
next month.
iterations.
Just buy something. Don't ask like what's the least you can buy. Go buy 5, 10, test it out, and you'll see it pays off pretty quick.
Oh,
Yeah, because ultimately, right, you'll test 30 products.
That dude.
Huh?
I thought he said the least work possible. Never mind. It can still work, brother. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, you'll buy 5 units of 30 different ASINs, 20 different ASINs. A couple of those will pop off. Then you restock those. Just let the iterations dictate all of the success that you'll have.
So Matt Danley asks, how would you tackle those variation listings differently today? So what I do now is I just know how to analyze variations now. So if I'm looking at a listing and it has multiple variations, what I'm doing is I'm going into the SellerAmp data about the reviews, right, for each variation. And really, I'm just sorting by review percentage or number of reviews. And typically, just logically speaking, the variation that has the most reviews or the most ratings is going to be the one that sells the most, right? It's pretty much, it's pretty logical when you think about it that way. So when I'm sourcing a variation listing, if the product I'm looking at doesn't have either the most variations or at least doesn't have reviews, doesn't have ratings and reviews coming in pretty frequently, then I'm pretty much assuming it's not selling that well.
Mind you, ladies,
damn, that's insane.
This
That's
is
a lot of FBM.
This is
That's
the key here is that my brother Gavin had never sold a product on Amazon September 15th, and he's going to take home 20
September 15th.
September 15th.
Damn, that's awesome.
Like this game, ladies and gents, this FBM game is just plucking people left and right and just giving them decades of their life back. For anyone who's willing to take it, you have to be willing to take it and find a couple other people that want to take it too and they want to work with you.
Casino Kings, yes, you can still send products into FBA. Checkin will take longer than usual right now, just being in the middle of Q4. But that doesn't mean we stop sending to Amazon. Keep sending everything to Amazon.
And the key here, bro, boom. Gavin has a brother, boom. We got him going too. We got him bumping FBM too.
Tommy did 275 this morning.
Yeah,
y'all are insane.
The Tals are in trouble though. Like they actually really are in trouble. Like the 0 day crew. Like I think it's an 8-man squad, so it's 8 on 8, right? And I know the 0 day guys are gonna put up over 1 million combined. Because there's a couple horses that'll put up like 150, 200 probably. So like that's knocking out
the age gap is a huge advantage. You need a handicap for the age.
Oh well, it's just Amex endurance. Yeah,
you need like a It's like
you
golf.
can't you can't be comparing 30
you need a revenue handicap on that
to frat guys.
But in terms of like the amount of people who did 10K their first month, the Tals are like 6 out of 8. I'm pretty sure.
You should like weight sales based on age or based on credit score or something.
Credit score. Well, that's 0 day and the boys also have a couple 18-year-olds, so it's pretty even. It's pretty even in terms of ages. All right, cool, sweet guys. So we gotta hop off here. Great crowd today. Sweet.
It's like
Sounds
credit
good.
score between 700 and 750. It's a even out.
But-
Credit score over 750, your sales are 0.75. Credit score of 600 to 650, your sales are 1.5.
But if you hadn't sold a product on Amazon September 1st, which low-key I'm pretty sure is like all of them, like you're weighted at 1.25.
Get them hooked up with Chris Potter sooner than later so that they don't have a nightmare going into tax time.
Oh no! Your first tax season should be a nightmare. If you're doing it, like you need to be.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't
Like
have to
no,
be.
that's not. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, Poverty Max did 80K. Yeah, bro, dude, we're gonna have a ridiculous amount of people that have done like 100K their first December. Like I think I might know 50 plus people who are gonna do that. Like, and 30 of them are just like coaching guys.
550 credit score.
Yeah.
Is that really his credit score? I hope
But
not.
that's what happens when
I
you
don't
max your personals. Of course that happens.
You
Yeah,
max his
like it wasn't
personals,
paying
yeah.
for it. Yeah, exactly. No, but no, Matt, you need to post more videos on Twitter. You need to post more videos on Twitter, dude. Like that's actually amazing.
That loosens up your buy box percentage.
Like I have no other way to describe it, but yes. But the key is also the people who exist on the internet, they meet people, so they source better leads, so their inventory quality is better. They're getting stuff listed because they're more excited about it. There's a couple other things that go into that too.
Awesome. Y'all want to call it there? Great Money Monday.
Yep.
And I have a favor to ask people in the chat. Man. I was like, right as I'm going
Go
into
for it. Go for it.
Top
You got the
five
book,
miles
right? The book.
Yeah. So guys, I wrote a book about Amazon wholesale. It's called The 5 Pillars of Amazon Wholesale. It should be in our hands hopefully by the end of this month. So guys, do me a favor, go on my Twitter, just on my profile. I tweeted earlier today, like a few hours ago, a link to the design contest we're hosting for the cover art. So I think we narrowed it down to like the top 4 or 5 designs for the cover. So do me a favor, click on that link, and just vote on the cover that you like the best. I've got my personal favorite, and yeah, the book should be in people's hands by the end of this month. So I'm looking
Dude,
forward
these
to
are
it.
good.
I like the first one. The first one's
I like
great.
The first one and the one below it. I think
I'm
are my
influencing
favorite.
your sample here. I changed
I like-
the
Yeah, now we're gonna have a bunch of biased.
I low-key like the blue and yellow one.
I like
awesome.
this one a lot too.
I like
that
that's
one's
what I'm
sick.
saying. I like the first
these are
top left, and I like top left and bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who designed these? All Fiverr?
It's a 99 designs contest. So
Oh, they're
have
good.
you ever used that tool or that company?
Whatever it is.
You basically submit a project and like a bunch of freelancers like bid on it
What,
essentially.
the VAs? It's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah,
but for
it's
VAs?
literally like the VA
It's
Hunger
the
Games.
Hunger
And it's like a
Games for
$1,200.
VAs.
It's like a $1,200 project. So whoever's design we choose, is like $1,200.
Lit.
If Pete's Flips can get 100 whatever shirts sold, how low do you think we can get this sales rank on this book? Is it gonna be on Amazon?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's not going through traditional publishing. Let's put it that way.
I don't
We're
know. what that means.
I'm saying like we're self-publishing it through Amazon. It's not like I'm going
Yeah,
through like like a
Cool.
publishing house.
Oh,
All right. Take it easy, ladies and gents. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next Monday.
Sweet.